Good afternoon, YouTube and the internets. Today we are giving more love to the Corolla. Now, my wheels have turned up for this. That's a separate video. But we are going to do the transmission oil. So, the first thing, because all this needs to be done level, because I have 4 ramps, I have got it sitting level on 4 ramps. If you don't have 4 ramps, 4 jack stands. If you've got a leaning driveway, jack up one end. Like I did on the Falcon. Find a way to make it level and safe where you can get under it. Now, like I said before, on the Falcon transmission, before you go draining any oil, you want to make sure you can get the fill plug out, which is you're not going to be able to see probably. It's right here. If you can't put the new oil in, don't take the old oil out, because then you can't drive it. Alright, because there's a tight space and I can't really show you, I got my slave one child to crack this, because it's his car, so he can do some work. And then when we get underneath, you'll find here's the drain plug. So he's also got that out, and this should be finger tight, yes, because it has already been loosened. It will have been tight. Voila, and that oil looks pretty bloody good. So we'll just let that drain. I read off the Penrite website, it takes 3 litres, so I had to buy 2.5 and a 1, or something similar to that. I had to buy 2.5 and a 1 to get the relevant amount of oil from the available bottle options. But we'll drain that out and I'll have a look at how much is in the pan, and obviously I'll fill it till it's full, but it'll be interesting just to make sure before I finish the job that I have enough oil. Alright, back to it. She's finished draining. Let's shake the camera around heaps so you can't see anything. Pop the plug back in. Just pop the plug back in. You can do it, Alan. Come on. You can do it. Get it in. Oh, now the washer's fallen off. Come on. There we go. Give that a bit of a clean up, so we know if it's leaking later. The ratchet magically appears in my hand. Again, with these sorts of seals of these cross washers, you should probably replace it, but whether you do or you don't over tighten it. Okay, what do we got here? We've got, before it started moving, about 2.5 litres. So I don't know if that means this is under full, or if the Penrite website lied to me to make me buy another bottle. Guess we'll find out very soon when I put the new oil in. Alright, so although we got access to the fill plug from up here, to get the oil in there's a bit of a shit fight from up here. So what we're going to do, using a pump bottle, like so, let's take off this plastic cover here, just a few 10mm bolts, should be pretty easy, and then pump it up from underneath through here. That, I've got the slave child, he's going to take that off for me. Probably no need to film that because it's like 5 bolts, and I just showed you where they are, so that's what you need to take off. So we have a pump bottle. You see the end of it hooked into the filler point, and Slave Child 1 is currently starting to pump that in. The bottle holds a litre. It's going to take a couple of bottles using Penrite's finest. Pro Gear 75 weight 90 full synthetic transmission gearbox oil, and away he goes. Pump boy, pump! Pump it harder, faster. That's it. That was a joke there. Rinse and repeat until it starts to run out the hole, the filler hole up the top here, at which point it is full. So I'll see if I can capture the moment that you can tell it's full. Oh, there we go, it's full. And that's it. So that was less than 2.5 litres. So if you're doing this, just buy one 2.5 litre bottle, don't buy the extra litre. Where did we put that plug? So with that down and that dribbling out very, very gently, I'm going to pop the bung plug back in. Probably can't see a goddamn thing. Get in here with a rag, wipe off all the excess oil. Voila. And then pop that down in there. Got a pain in the ass to get at. Can obviously get at it from underneath now. So let's do that. Where is it? Oh, that's much easier right there. Oops. There we go. So obviously I'd recommend, since you've got to pull this off anyway, the cover, I would recommend just taking the cover off first, unlike I did, and then you can just get it full access at it here instead of making it real hard for yourself to get it undone from the top. And that's it. Unlike the automatic, you don't have to run it and put it in gear or anything. The oil level is the oil level. There's no pumps or anything for any sort of system for it to have to go through. It just fills to the level, cold and static, and that's it. It is done. And that is how you do an oil change on an AE92 Corolla. You just got to get the Slave Child to put the plastic cover back on underneath the car. Bonus footage. Every one of these boxes has got my address plastered all over it. So just open this. Sorry, you have to look at me and not it. But ow, we'll get there in a second. Now you can't see my address. So what did we go for the Corolla? Can't see it, can you? Oh, starting to become clear. Voila. These are wraps, obviously. I'm not buying Ankies for a $1,500 car. Bugger. But they're fake RPF ones. They're 15 by 8 and they look fucking mint. And I reckon they're going to suit that car extremely well. So what I'm up to this morning is figuring out what tyre I'm going to put on it. Whether or not I go with just a general road tyre or put something a little bit more grip based on it, because I know what I'm like, and I'm more than likely at some point when the 300's running going to stick it on some sort of racetrack at some point. It won't be fast, but it might be entertaining.